Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading will be a weekly reading for the energy surrounding us during this first week of the month of December. So this will be from December 4th through December 10th, 2017. I'll be pulling 3 cards from the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid. And I will be pulling 1 additional oracle card from the Soul's Journey Oracle Card deck by James van Praagh. Just to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If you would like a personalized reading focusing specifically on you and what is going on in your life, I would encourage you to take a look at my channel. There I have all of the types of videos that I offer, as well as pricing. My website. And the site is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. Or you could just send me an email. My email is changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And I'd be more than happy to provide you with that information. Also, please be looking out during the month of December, besides the mid-monthly reading that I'll put out, because I've already posted the monthly readings for each of the astrological signs for the month of December, and I will be putting out the mid-monthly, which focuses on career and finance and romance and relationships. I'll be putting out an additional video, and that will be a 2018 overview for each of the signs, focusing on the energy surrounding us on each of the months, right? Each of the months of the year, to kind of give us an overview for the upcoming year. So stay tuned. Those will be coming very shortly over the next couple of weeks. All right, let's get into our reading. So I have already meditated off camera and I have shuffled, but I will go ahead and give the deck a few more shuffles here. So Spirit, what do we need to know? What are the messages surrounding us during the week of December 4th through December 10th, 2017? What do we need to know? What are the messages surrounding us during this first week of December 2017, December 4th through December 10th? What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us this first week of December? Please show us the messages for the week of December 4th through December 10th, 2017. Okay, that is it. Here we go. And we have here, our first card is Ten of Earth, followed by the Messenger of Earth, and the last card, Eight of Air. Interesting. Card at the bottom of the deck, Page of Earth. Wow, lots of Earth energy going on here. Okay, and 1 additional card from the Soul's Journey deck. Spirit, what else do we need to know for this first week of December? Please give us 1 additional message, 1 additional card for this first week of December. Week of December 4th through December 10th. 1 additional message. What do we need to know? Card is Adversity. And it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. Isn't that the truth? Okay, give me a second. Let me set the cards up here so we can see them a little better, and I'll be right back with the meaning for the reading. All right, here we go. So starting off, and you'll see I did pull 3 clarifiers as I was putting the cards up, setting them up here. That Eight of Air just was kind of standing out like a sore thumb. So I did pull some clarifiers on that, but we'll get to it. So starting off with the Page of Earth. So like I said, we have lots of Earth energy. So all 3 of these cards are Earth energy. So this has to do with, it's the tangible things, right? The tangible things associated with or that manifest in the world of form. So this, it's the work that we do, our jobs, it's our home, everything that we can, the material possessions, the material wealth that we are able to accrue with the money that we earn through our job. So it has to do with, it can also have to do with education, can have to do with, just ourselves, sort of working on ourselves. But it's really, it's how our mental and our spiritual and emotional experiences have really manifested and produced tangible results here in the material realm. The page of earth, so we see that we have the page and the messenger. These are both court cards. And when court cards appear, they can be people that we are dealing with at this time. They can also be situations and events that we're dealing with, and they could just be, us taking on that energy during this week. So the page is very young energy. So if this is a person that you're dealing with, it could even be a child of yours. This could be a younger earth sign individual, male or female, not gender specific. If it is, it would be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, late teens, early 20s, that type of, because it's young and immature energy, right? And pages are the ones who typically bring in things. So they bring in messages, they bring in news of new things, they bring in that spark of a new creative project. It's, with regards to prosperity and the earth, the suit of earth, it's sort of the first signs of tangible success. So, it's having that dream, but knowing that the dream is really grounded in reality, right? Because the earth suit is grounded energy, right? So if this is a start of a new job, just know that or if this is a start of a new project, know that it's grounded. Results will, if you work hard at it, it will kind of pay off. It's that type of energy, okay? So that's what we have going on for the entire week as our overall energy. In the past position, so this could be, leaving the weekend, entering this first week of the month of December. The Ten of Earth is a great card. It's a card of, even though tens, we typically say that they're endings, right? And after the endings comes the new beginning, comes that Ace of Pentacles, that new offer, that new, the new job offer, some new financial opportunity. With the 10, it's more of a, what you have managed to build up over time, right? Because you don't save up, you don't manage to have all of this wealth surrounding you overnight, right? This takes a lot of time to make it to the 10 of Earth. So sometimes it has to do with inheritances, right? Because it's that sort of inherited money, or the inherited property, or it's something passed down, over generations. This could also have to do with inherited knowledge. It doesn't necessarily have to be with wealth. It's sort of the knowledge that you've inherited, worked very hard at, mastered. But it's a card of great affluence. It's a card where you're really able to kind of step back and look at the results that you've really built through your dedication and hard work. You've achieved mastery. You've inherited, a certain amount of knowledge and experience thanks to everything that you have been through. So, and that kind of, it makes me think of this card of adversity over there, right? I'm talking about how challenges are the best way to learn. So this also has to do with, everything that you have been through has brought you to this point right here. And so we know that many times, the lessons are not always easy, right? The things that we have to go through that is not always easy, but it's definitely, the challenges, when you make it through them and you're on the other side of them, it's easier to look back and say, okay, I understand why that happened now. While you're going through it, it's not that easy, but afterwards it is. And it certainly is a great learning experience. So with this in the past position, this could just be, you have been feeling as though you're in a very good financial position. You have more financial stability and security than in the past. And so, you're coming into this week feeling quite sure of yourself, feeling quite, prosperous. And, it's very nice energy to have. In the middle of the week, you have this something new coming in, this messenger, right? And whereas I was saying here, the page of Earth typically brings in these new messages, this messenger, this would in the traditional deck, this would be the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knights are the ones who make things happen, right? So whatever this new thing is here, this person comes in to actually make it happen. Out of all of the Knights, the Knight of Earth is the slowest moving of the Knights. It's the slow and steady wins the race. It's plodding along, working diligently, always keeps his or her eye on the prize, on the goal, but really perseveres, through hard work, through just dedication and stamina, the person, is able to achieve his or her goals. So if this is a person coming in, this could be, a middle-aged, 30s to 40s earth sign individual that you're dealing with, or this could just be you, you feeling, and with all of this earth energy surrounding you, I would really say this is more of you and you kind of pushing through and feeling very secure, feeling very confident, working very hard, feeling dedicated and determined, and, never leaving a job half done, and really knowing that your efforts will pay off, right? So it's a very strong kind of energy here, right? It's very strong and stable, even the colors on the cards, and it's very strong. But when we get to this Eight of Air, that's what kind of, it threw me off, because it's like the card shows there, it is sort of up in the air energy. It's very, the Eight of Air in the traditional deck is the Eight of Swords, and it's depicted, there's a woman, typically she's surrounded by swords, she's blindfolded, and it's a card of entrapment, of feeling, stuck, of feeling as though you can't move on. There's no way out of that situation, right? Feeling very limited. But it's, air energy. So air energy it's our thoughts. It's what, it's cerebral energy. So it's not real. It's just sort of many times the thoughts, or our thoughts kind of are able to control us, right? And we're sort of controlled by these negative thinking and the self-doubt, when really we have everything that we need to get out of this, right? If in the traditional deck, the woman, all she has to do is remove the blindfold from her eyes and step between the swords, and she's out of that situation, right? So, if this has to do with, and since it's all earth energy, if this has to do with a workplace environment, if this has to do with, a financial situation, new things coming in on that front, if there's something that you're trying to get away from or move, away from, get out of, and you're feeling trapped in some way, because again, the suit of air has to do with that. It has to do with our thoughts and our thinking, and the importance of keeping our thoughts positive, right? In this particular deck, it's called, or the card has to do with release from denial. So it's kind of the opposite. Since it's the good tarot deck, it kind of puts a positive spin on the card. So instead of saying, this is you stuck, feeling very stuck, it's the opposite. This is you, really opening your eyes, seeing things as they are, having clarity, and just sort of freeing yourself from whatever these illusions were. And the cards that I pulled as clarifiers, and I used the Taroscapes deck for this one, the Shadowscapes Tarot deck for this one, for the clarifiers. You got the Page of Swords, which is more air energy. And typically, like we saw with the Page of Earth, pages bring in news. So this, usually this would be somebody bringing in news that, comes in swiftly, that might help you gain that clarity, right? Because the person, she's carrying the sword of clarity. There's, you see, there's lots of sort of light encircling her here. So typically this Page of Swords does come in to bring in news of something, right? Or to shed some type of light on something. You have the Six of Swords in the middle position. And this card is typically associated with sometimes like karmic connections, past life connections. It's a card of leaving rocky waters and moving into calmer waters. And you can see here that we see the black ravens sitting on top of the swords, But the woman, she's flying away on this white bird. I think it's a swan or a goose, looks like it is, into the light here, and she's sleeping. So she's trusting in the fact that, she's leaving behind the choppy waters, this whatever this negative thinking, bad situation was, and she's heading into calmer waters. She's turned her back and she's moving away, but she's moving away, with her eyes closed. She trusts in this move away and getting away from whatever this was so much that she doesn't, she's not even looking. She's just moving on. And the last card that came out was Temperance. This is Major Arcana number 14. And the Temperance card is a card that has to do with balance. It's a card that has to do with finding or the need for balance. And it also has to do with divine timing, right? When it's the right time for something to happen. You see here that, there's the yin-yang represented in, or would have the yin-yang symbol there. The woman's holding on her lap. And it's really about, needing to find and follow that middle path, right? So needing to kind of get out of the excesses, right? We don't need extremes here. We need to be balanced. We need to follow that middle path. We need to remain calm. There needs to be balance and calmness in our lives. And I feel, this is a very calm kind of energy as she moves away here. And then this also, and the colors on this card really kind of tie in with this adversity card over here. So it seems to me as though, if there was some type of workplace situation or something that has been bothering you with your finances, there are new things coming in, and it seems as though, you've been worrying and unnecessarily. So it's time, as you enter this first week of December, to let go of that, right? And whatever challenges you face, let me just go ahead and read. Usually for the oracle cards, I like to read from the guidebook. Let me read what this says, and then we'll tie it into the reading to close it out. So adversity says, no one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are presented to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem as daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone in this time of challenge. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. And if we, tie this together with, especially with this last card here of releasing and seeing things for what they are and releasing the self-doubt, and then we have the moving away and finding out truth here and moving away from whatever that was that, the difficult situation, but there's balance needed and divine timing needed. I would say that, there might have been something with the choppy water. There might have been a challenging situation that you've been dealing with, some type of adversity, but much of it was in your thoughts and how you were handling, or how you were sort of how you were viewing this adversity or challenge. So if this was and I feel like it's more obviously with all the Pentacles energy in a work environment. So if this was you coming up against opposing, points of view at work, or people kind of challenging you at work, and I feel that this adversity is more to do with work. Just trust in the universe. Trust that it was for a reason. You're moving away from it now, and this could be with a new job offer. This could be with news of a new work. This is you feeling very focused, very, eye on the goal here. And just try to, even though it wasn't that pleasant, try to look at it as though, it was a learning experience, and you're definitely moving on to better things now. So calmer waters, better things heading your way in this first week of the month of December. So I hope that the messages have helped you in some way. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye.